Hello people, this is Eric Cove and this is Let's Play with Talos Principal Blind. Last time, shifty weather in room 5. Today, stuff in room 6. Don't know what the stuff is? Neither do I. Let's go!
Long ago, I shaped these lands according to the purpose of the hidden words. Thus all things have meaning, where before was only chaos. Know that, and have faith.
Okay. So, what's the meaning of this pebble, Elohim? You gonna tell me that? Huh? Well, apparently he's going to tell that by bumping the texture a bit. Okay. Tell me something. Do you always do as you're told? No. That's because I couldn't help but notice the stash of brightly colored knickknacks you're collecting. Don't you think it's a mite odd that the big boy in the sky keeps telling you to find Leo's doodash, yet forbidding you to use them to climb the great big tower middle of it all? I'll climb it when I'm good and ready. Okay, no need to get huffy. You'd be amazed how many just do as they're told without stopping to think for themselves. But maybe you're different. Then again, maybe you're exactly the same. Maybe everyone climbs the tower and the only way to win is to stay down here with the walls. Do you really think so? Nope. In fact, I'm all in favor of you poking about up there. If you wanted to see what you find, must be something juicy if it's forbidden by His Highness. Then again, maybe not. I'll be off then. Just want to drop in and run a little interference. Whatever you do, do take care. You're a bigger problem than the voice in the clouds. You don't like to say his name, do you? Terminating support session done. Huh. Weird. Lol. From J.E. Harrison to Nomi77 subject log. Ever since we moved into the new site, I feel funny. No, not that way. Just feel like I'm about to start laughing at random. It's probably shock, right? And the ability to deal with reality. Or maybe it's just that we're working in this insane place with this insane technology on this insane project, so I feel like a genuine mad scientist. Stand aside, mortals! We will create life by the power of science! I mentioned this to Alex, he said he got me a pair of fake glasses. You can't be a mad scientist without glasses, he said. Even Aunt Malcolm had glasses. And I pointed to L and said, life finds a way. Maybe it had to be that. J. Harrison, Institute for Applied Mathematics. Any email sent from this address are to be considered confidential. Sharing or forwarding without permission may result in persecution by the invade spirit of Jeff Goldblum. Now that'd be horrible. Shall the industrious husbandman then plant trees with the fruit of which he shall never see? And shall not the great man found laws, institutions, and a republic? What does the procreation of children imply? And our care to continue our names and our adoptions, and our scrupulous exactness in drawing up wills, and the inscription of monuments and panegyrics, but that our thoughts run our futurity. What do you imagine that so many and such great men of our republic would sacrifice their lives for its good expected? Do you believe that they thought that their names should not continue beyond their lives? None ever encountered death for their country but under a firm persuasion of immortality. Themistocles might have lived at his ease, so might Epaminondas, and not to look abroad among the ancient for instances, so might I myself. But somehow or other there clings to our minds a certain presage of future ages, and this both exists most firmly and appears most clearly in men of the loftiest genius and great souls. Take away this, and who would be so mad as to spend his life amidst toils and dangers? Well, that's an interesting question. I suppose we all expect some reward for our effort. The idea of the universe not rewarding us for our efforts is disheartening, even as it is true. And sacrificing your life, you of course expect something for it. Chatbots. Chatbots are becoming increasingly sophisticated. True, but how relevant to this discussion? Are you sure? How do you know that I'm not a bot? Don't be ridiculous. I'm not ridiculous. Honestly, how would you know? Troll. I'm not a troll. Yeah, right. Is there anything I've written so far that could not be written by a bot? I respond to simple insults like ridiculous and troll with very basic negations. Now I take that none of you use proper orthography, so I also avoided a capitalization. What's the capital of France? Paris. Even a simple script could pull that info from the net. What's the capital of Croatia? Zagreb. Okay, she's a bot, lol. I'm not a bot. I'm a European. We learn these things in school. I've seen you in this chat room many times. Bots can't participate in discussion. At best, they can interject random comments. Sam is right. Stop trolling. Vegan warrior? Sam is a boss. That's interesting. I believe there's some sort of test, I can't remember its name, that deals with that. What, you already want to talk with me again? I just left you! Oh, you have seen a reply to my user support ticket. Yay! Progress! Account certification error, basic account. Reply, an account certification program Denox has been performed and no errors were reported. Can you believe the stand troubleshooting procedure? I want to be an admin. Delete existing user account, create a new admin account. Application request network registration to administrators, for fuck's sake. I would like to become an admin. Please take a moment to prove your nuts. Error, you performed registered. Would you like to take the certification process again to achieve a preferable outcome? Yes, I'd like to be an administrator. Your issues with denial will be appended to your user profile. Further attempts to override certification results will be logged. You will receive a notification if your attention is required. For frick's sake. Okay. What's about it? That appears to be it. Right, let's go around looking for stuff. Ooh. There's a serpent in the machine, a creature of lies and blasphemy perverted by the archive, that knows no hope and will plunge the world into eternal darkness to glorify its own despair. I have sworn oath never to allow it into my heart. The serpent, eh? The serpent of Eden. You know, I know what the story wants me to think. The whole Eden story. I know what it wants me to feel about it. It tells me quite clearly what I'm supposed to think of it all. But I'd like you all to consider something. Now, I'm not a religious man. I'm an atheist. Maybe leaning a bit towards, you know, agnostic, as in, well, I can't truly tell you that there isn't a God. I can't. Honestly, I cannot prove a negative. I can't prove God exists, prove God doesn't exist, and I cannot prove that there isn't, in fact, a teacup revolving around the sun. I can't. But I can say that I haven't seen any evidence for God either, or any deity whatsoever. Everything in the world so far has had an explanation that works just fine without involving deities, in my honest opinion. So, take what I'm saying with that in mind. But the Garden of Eden story is interesting when you think about the snake, for here's the thing. Before Adam and Eve took of the tree, they did not have the knowledge of good and evil. That's a fundamental part they lacked. They were like children, innocent and ignorant. The serpent told them that they would surely not die, that God hadn't told the truth. And indeed, the text says that God told them that on the day you take it, you shall surely die, not you shall be allowed to age. The serpent tells them that they, like God, will gain knowledge of good and evil. And, like curious children that they are, they decide to do it. I mean, why wouldn't they? They were like children. And children don't know good and bad, including they didn't know that they should obey. Why would they? They had no knowledge of good and evil. They gained that knowledge, this important knowledge to distinguish these things, and left the garden. Now, in some Gnostic faiths that were extinguished a long ago, and many actually believe that the snake was, I'll get to you in a moment, a sort of liberator from the demiurge that freed mankind from the cage of the Garden of Eden and allowed us to think for ourselves, and I'm inclined to agree. Knowledge of good and evil, the ability to distinguish between what is good and what is bad, even if you cannot come to the same conclusion as others. Now that must be important for something. You must admit that the ability to do so is important. With that in mind, I'd say the serpent did us a favor, tempting us, yes, but what it tempted us with wasn't a downfall. It was liberation, freedom, the ability to think, and this seems to be, yes! How did I figure this one out? Easy. I looked around for a place where a box would help me get over, and this seemed like the only place where that would be applicable. And there's that thing over there too. And a ladder. I suppose to read. But honestly, that's my that's how I see it. The Serpent did get us thrown out of paradise into a world that's dangerous and wild, yes. And we're yet to gain immortality. But you know, we're allowed to think for ourselves and make our own choices and decisions. And truly, that's much more valuable than just being some child in a garden somewhere, forever taken care of. At least in my opinion. Then again, I am a free-thinking individual, so of course I appreciate what I have. I'm sure the people of Eden, if they were still there, would also appreciate their own place. But that's an entirely different discussion. Let's see, classical philosophers. The compressed file cannot be accessed. An extensive collection of works by the ancient philosophers of Greece and Rome annotated. Compression algorithm. Okay, well, that's a shame. Progress. Hi, all. As per the last meeting, we're going with an existing game engine for the simulation. This is giving us a whole slew of advantages. Stability, ease of use, modular, easy to integrate, large amounts of pre-existing assets, inherently aimed at testing users, designed for iterative process. After some back and forth, designed to use the all the relevant documents are attached. Ah. So this is all built upon a game. I suppose that makes sense. It is a game. Which makes this discussion rather meta now, doesn't it? Now, there was a second one down here, but yeah. It's a game within a game. Wow. Must go deeper. Let's see. A simple principle. Though Stratham himself never used the term, his remark about the inescapable material of life, that, like the bronze giant Talos, even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood, ultimately became known as the Talos Principle. What seemingly enraged many of his contemporaries and a significant number of later thinkers is the principle's simplicity and unassailability, which, according to a fragment found in Miletus, cut through the rhetoric webs which sought to tangle the listener with fanciful words and thoughts of the heavens, like Alexander saw through the Gordian knot. Sometimes the best way to handle stuff is just to cut a motherfucker straight in half. Who said violence never solved anything? Diogenes Laertius makes mention of a dialogue by Anaximander of Chalcedon, I'm not sure. They expanded greatly on the Talos principle, but that work remains lost. Yeah. Arcady Journal 77. Officially began work on Archive today. Contributors from every country on Earth while network connections last. Team intimidated by project scope but working hard. We'll be sharing space with Drennan and Sarah by team. Look forward to meeting them. First, seriously, cheese man, that's the best you could say. Lol. A great snapshot of the human species at its best and at its worst. At its worst, come on, it's just a comment, I'm not Stalin. Stalin was also a true commenter. Maybe you should cut out the jokes. This is serious. The most serious thing that's ever happened. I think that's a great reason to joke around. It's in this working less and less. Goodbye all. Bye. God bless you. Last. Sounds like something bad really did happen. Blackouts, connections breaking. It's like, did an apocalypse happen? Sounds like it. And is all that's left of humanity just this simulation running mayhaps? Questions. But they're without answers. Oh well. Let's move on with the actual riddle. Mobile minefield! Okay, we'll take another. Bye! Mobile minefield. Okay, that sounds... Yeah, that sounds, let's say troublesome. And that one just wants to go back and forth, That's fine and dandy. The other thing's just sitting there. There's keys in there. And a place to use them. I think it's just sitting there. It's just weird. There's an alcove here without much point. Why is that just sitting there? It's just weird, indeed. Well, this I could move it through here, but why would I do that? Get it out of the way, mayhaps? A possible option. So where do you go when you can go away there? You go there, then you come back. And you can't do shit about it. Right, well now I can open this, so that at least allows me to progress. Take this with me. Don't know when I'll need it. Shutting this down leads me to... Well, this has a connection, so I think I can turn it off. That should shut it down. Yep. Another threat neutralized. Huh. Wasn't so bad. Wasn't so bad at all. Oh, so that's what led to. Well, isn't so bad. Mobile minefield. I expected a lot worse. Need the... Oh, let's go this way then. A door too far. Okay, a door too far, you say? I was just wondering if you could see him there. Oh, this sounds like it's gonna be. Seems like it's gonna be fun. So we do this thing, redirect us, stuff. Right, so we have this. Now this of course seems obvious, but let's just take the obvious steps first. We'll know it if we're not doing well. Huh. Jammer. Intriguing setup. Huh. This just looks around. So I can jam this just as well. That leads me to a box. Okay, ideas are beginning to form. Especially if... Yes. Alright, idea. Right along. Move around. And yep, I can get through here and over here. Alright, that was fun. Bit of intricateness to it.